Hello, C-Dub back at you. I got a little video this time on wood turning. A couple weeks ago I did a video on keeping your lathe chisel sharp. I had done a project that was a spindle with a ring on it, and I had explained how it took me a couple of hours to turn that project, and I was a little bit disappointed because of how long it took to do it, and I realized that the main problem was that my chisels were dull. So I attempted to sharpen my chisels, and I didn't have a very good experience doing that. I really boogered them up. So this past week, I took my chisels, and after watching a few YouTube videos and getting my courage built back up, I attempted to sharpen my chisels. I got a couple of them that are pretty good shape right now. There's a couple more that still need a little attention to them, but they're getting there. I'm learning. So what I did was this past weekend, I took a scrap piece of 4x4. It wasn't in very good shape, and most people probably would have thrown it on the burn pile to get rid of it. Well, I chucked it up on my lathe, and I turned a candlestick holder out of it. It started out as 4" by 4" square piece of stock. I cut a little bit off each end because they had splits and checks in them, and I didn't want anything that would come apart on the lathe while it was turning at 450 to 500 RPM. Don't want to have a piece of wood come flying at me. Wood chips and sawdust is one thing, but I don't want a chunk of wood. After I had gotten hit in the chest and up in the face by the one piece of wood I was trying to make a bracelet out of, that became my wooden mallet. I've got the round top here where I'm going to set a candle. I'm going to buy about a 3" diameter by about a 7" tall candle for it. And I tapered it down. I put a bead in it or on it, came back down, and then the base of it, I wanted it to be square as possible, but I knew because of turning it, I would get rounded on the corners, which is okay with me. I'm happy with it. And I'm going to glue a piece of felt to the bottom to help it from sliding around when I have it on a table or on a mantle or something like that. And I mean, just look, from a scrap piece of wood, look at that wood grain. Doesn't that wood grain just pop out at you? I mean, like right here, you can see where it shines on a knot. It just comes out and just shows off really well. I'm really happy with the way this turned out, except I kind of sanded a little bit too much off right there when I was trying to correct the base here, because I wanted to get rid of some of the stuff that was down here. I didn't like it. But other than that, I think it turned out pretty well. The shine on it is really good. I really like the shine. Now, I got to tell you something. The shine on this isn't from any lacquer, any shellac, or Virathane. It's just from a can of clear spray paint. I finish a lot of my projects with clear spray paint, especially the projects that I make that I'm going to paint. I'm painting in any type of detail or anything because I use acrylic paint. So I spray the wood first, let the clear coat dry. Then I paint my details on, and after that dries, I go back and I spray it again with 2 or 3 thin coats of the clear spray paint. And what that does is it seals the pores of the wood so that when I put the paint on it, it doesn't just pull the paint into the wood and take away from the color or the gloss of the paint. And I also use less paint because I don't have it being soaked into the wood. And then I come back over the top of it and I shoot it down with some more of the clear paint, and that adds a protection to it, kind of locks the paint in place, and it makes it shine a little bit better. So I'll get better at sharpening my chisels, and I'll continue to show projects that I turn on my lathe. I'm still working on the one project for the Steve Ramsey challenge that he put out. I started working on it. I got frustrated. I broke it. So I've been spending time now repairing it so I can continue to build the project. I've only got one more piece to put back on it, and then I'll be able to sand it, and then I'll be able to paint it. Now I'm making that project also out of scrap wood. You remember I showed in my video on resawing wood, I took some redwood 2x6 or 2x8 and I cut them down to 1/2 inch thick, and that's what I'm making the project out of. So of course I'm going to have to spray it with the clear paint so I can seal it so it won't suck all the acrylic paint in, and then I'll paint it. So hopefully my next video will be showing you that project. If not, it'll be the video after that, because like I said, I'm almost done with it and I'm really looking forward to showing it off to find out what all of you think. Now, I have a special favor to ask as I'm ending my video. I mentioned before that my son, who's off at college, started his own YouTube channel. He calls it the Kilted Lope, and he does Bible devotions on that channel. In his last video that he posted, I could see that something was bothering him just because of the video and the way he was acting. I was able to talk to him a little bit, and he's extremely discouraged right now. So if you all could, if you wouldn't mind, go check out the Kilted Lope, Kiltedlope, and leave a message for him of encouragement. We all could use a good word every now and then. Just let him know that there's people out there that have seen his video and they want to encourage him and help him to keep the good work going that he's got going right now. I'd really appreciate it, and I know he'd appreciate the encouraging words. So until next time, this is C-Dub. Now remember, if you like this video, hit the thumbs up to like it. Leave a comment down below, and I'll do my best to answer it as soon as I can. And subscribe. Until next time, I wish you good health, and I'll talk to you later.